Now, in addition to the models, views, and controllers that we have in the main part of the app, we can actually add models, views, and controllers in an area directory. And you can split this area into different business functions, and you could actually have models, views, and controllers for each one of the business functions. Okay, and so this little example is the third guitar app that I gave you to download. And you can see that there's an administrative section that was added to areas. We want this to be separate from the public facing section. So it's under areas and it's labeled admin. And you can see that it's got controllers and views. Now it's going to use the same models that the public facing view uses. But it's going to have different controllers and views because conceivably an administrator should be able to do all the CRUD functions, whereas the public, you may only want them to be able to view things. You don't really necessarily want them to be able to edit and do updates. So if you look, you've got a home and product controller under admin, and then you've got the different views. Okay, they've got their own kind of layout view as well. So, and then if we look under the public facing, we've got a home and product controller. And then we've got, you know, some different views here. The public facing, you can see that we've got the index, which is kind of our summary. We've got a detail. We've got a list. But we don't have CRUD functionality, whereas in the administrative one, we do. Okay, and to create this area section, all you really have to do in any of your MVC apps is just right click and add, you know, a new folder and call it areas. And then once you have that, you can create additional folders where you, you know, name them admin, marketing, accounting, you know, whatever it is that you would want to create, you know, controllers and views for. And then you create the controllers and the corresponding views. And the idea, at least in this example, is that you want to keep your administrative views separate from the public-facing user views. Okay, and obviously you'd be all using the same models. Okay, so that's kind of how this is created. I mean, you can still use the scaffolding to generate your controllers and your views. You're just placing them in two separate sections and, you know, giving them basically two separate sets of responsibilities. Now, if you set this up, how you connect everything is through routing. So it's down here in your program CS where the routing becomes critical because you need a way to get into the administrative section, okay? And you need to have a way to get into your user-facing, your public-facing section. So the default route is always going to take you into that public-facing section. So to get into this administrative section, okay, you're still going to use app.map controller route. Okay, and here we gave it a name of admin because that's appropriate. What's key here is that you use area name, and that needs to match the name that you defined your directory as. So we called it admin. Okay, and then the pattern, they should have to key in admin /, and then this is specifying that the controller it should go to is home, and the action method should be the index action method. And then the ID is optional. That's going to take them into here. Okay, so that is basically how you would wire up an area. And once you do that, then on your address bar, you'd be able to get into either section. So let me show you how that works. Okay, not much going on here. So we do admin slash, okay, and that took me into the administrative section. Okay, and then we get rid of it. We just do home index. Okay, I'm in my main layout. If I do admin index, oops, it's not letting me route there. We'll just do admin. Okay, so that is kind of how that works.